Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sozo Talk Radio and welcome to your awakening. My name is Daniel Lovett and host of Sozo Talk Radio. You're about to enjoy a conversation I had with Craig where he relates an amazing encounter he has with Jesus that changed the course of his life. It was amazing. I do apologize for the quality. The internet connection was really sketchy. The audio is a little bit clippy, but if you can hear the heart through this story, it's pretty amazing. So enjoy that and enjoy a free download of my sample of my book, The Christian Mystic. There are links in the description below, as well as it is available at our Patreon account, patreon.com/reflectworship. That goes to support my podcast, Sozo Talk Radio, and all our music we're putting out, including our album, Reflect Love, which is right up here on the wall. You can visit reflect.bandcamp.com to download and just listen to the music there, see what we're offering, some of our latest material. We're uploading a song per month as well, which is available for free download. All our music is for free downloads to our patrons. We thank you so much for your support. Have a wonderful day. Welcome, everybody, to Sozo Talk Radio. I'm your host, Daniel Lovett, and on the line I've got Craig Nguyen. Yeah, so one of my good friends who I've also interviewed on my show, Sozo Talk Radio, a while back, Chris Bilotto. He's a dear friend. He recommended I conversate with you about your interaction, your meeting with Jesus. It was amazing. I met with you for coffee, and I was just so impressed by the story. I wanted to share it with the world. And so I'm glad we're on here now. I know we have kind of a sketchy connection, but we'll try to make the best of it. And Craig, tell us about some of the events in your life around that time when you did have your encounter with Jesus. And what happened?
Well, what was going on in my life at that time? I was going through a very rough time at work, where I used to work. And I ended up in a head injury. I fell off a hydraulic lift platform, struck my head straight on to solid concrete flooring. I ended up with a concussion, which, in evidence, I had ended up with vertigo, and it wasn't going away. So in the process, I kept going back and forth to doctors. I must have seen about 10 doctors. And they all would conclude to one thing: there is something wrong. There is something going on.
Mm-hmm.
I would relay a message back to my employer, and we would always end up into arguments about it. They would put me back on the floor where I told them I can't be back on the floor because I could end up injuring somebody with having some vertigo and bumping them into the machine. I didn't want that. I could injure him, injure myself. So I got hauled into the supervisor's office, and I had human resource in front of me, I had the supervisor in front of me, and I had the plant manager in front of me. I just came back from the doctor's office. They started arguing with me. And I told them, I just got back from the doctor. If you don't believe me, call my doctor up. I told them 3 times. And then I told them, you don't call, I'll call them. So the manager reached the phone, called my doctor, ended up in an argument with my own doctor. And it got pretty bad inside that office. It really did. And Dr. Waniger, which was my doctor at the time, was Craig, leave the building, go home. And he told him right straight out, if you don't leave my patient alone, I'm just trying to keep him safe. That's all I'm trying to do. give them some lighter duty work to do. They wouldn't. So, in the process, I went home. He warned them, if this keeps going on, there's going to be a major lawsuit taking place. So, in that process, what happened was I became very depressed with all of this going on at work. I didn't want nothing to do with life anymore. I went home. I was seeing a psychiatrist or someone I could talk to at Catholic Social Services. Her name is Valerie Helander. And I told her what I wanted to do. I told her I wanted to go out in the garage, put a rope over the rafter, and hang myself. I said, I'm only half a man. That's all I am. And she said, Craig, you can't do that. You have a family. You gotta be there for them. So I just told her I don't care anymore. I can't do it anymore. I'm being put down. I'm being trampled on. No one's listening to me or believing me. I don't care anymore. I can't do it anymore. So she told me right straight out, Craig, we can't let you be doing that. So my wife came into the room and she told my wife what I was going to do. My wife broke down. I broke down. And she said, Craig is going to have to be in the surveillance market. That's my wife. You can't be left alone because he definitely will probably try and do something. So we left Valley's office. We came home. All my hunting gear was taken away from me. Everything. I was underneath almost like 24/7 surveillance by my family. Everywhere I went, someone was with me. So it kind of got better after a little while, and then hunting came out. So I wanted to go hunting. My wife was scared. Says, Craig, is there anybody else that's going to go to the cabin with you? Says, well, I think our brother-in-law, well, he's my ex-brother-in-law now. He used to live next door to me. I want to go talk to him. Him and his uncles, they agreed to come up north with me. So they were up north with me, and they stayed in a little trailer. I stayed in my cabin. We all hunted for a couple of days. They had to go home. So I was at my cabin all by myself. I was getting tired. I was watching TV a little bit. I got tired. I wanted to go lay down in bed. I started to doze off to sleep. Then all at once, I seen this bright light shine through my living room window into the bedroom. And I was like, okay, somebody must be here. But I didn't hear no automobile or nothing. I thought, well, maybe it's the moon, because the moonlight's shining bright up there. It wasn't the moon, because the light kept on getting really bright. I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's going on? I'm not hallucinating. I didn't take the medication yet. I'm fine. Then all at once, I saw my mom and my dad kind of like float on the side of my bed and went to the foot of my bed. And I kind of like wiped my eyes and looked twice, trying to figure out what's going on here, My mom, she was in white. My dad, he was in blue, like when they got married. Then all at once, I seen a garb, and it's like, then I seen a hand come up to me. And I was like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? And lo and behold, it was Jesus. He held out his hand to me. I sat up in bed and I reached out to him with my left hand. And it's like, oh my gosh. I know I'm not seeing things. I know what I'm seeing. The garb is like white and like red. And it's like, wow, I can't believe this. I was so blown away by all this. And I turned to look at my mom and dad again. and they were kind of like smiling at me. And I was like, oh my gosh. I said, Mom, Dad. And they looked at me, and I reached out again, and I knew who it was. It was Jesus. And he was telling me, Craig, it's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Then all at once, it got went back to dark. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. I had to get up and I had to go sit in the living room, and I put TV on. I had to relax from this. And it's like, oh my gosh, something just happened to me. I can't believe this. So after that hunting season, I went back home and I was telling my wife this. She said, Craig, we were all praying for you here back at home because we knew what you wanted to do, and you were all by yourself. We're all praying for you. And it's like, well, thank you guys, you know. It was a scary moment for me being up there by myself, but it was okay, and I made it through. And he's been here for several occasions on me and for me.
Say that again, that last part about Jesus has been there for you, you said?
He has been here for me several times to help me out and to guide me and point me in the right direction. I was like, this is so cool. It really is. Sometimes people don't want to believe you, you know, but it's like, it happened to me. And I had such a great feeling in myself after that. I really did. You know, I mean, it's like walking on air. It's just a great feeling. It really was. And I know he's always by my side. And he's always giving me that little shot. Come on, Craig, you can do this. Keep ahead. You can do this.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. I love the story. What was Jesus like when you met him, when you encountered him? What were some of the things that stood out to you about his character and qualities?
I actually just seen his cloak and his hand come out to me. And I didn't see his face because it was dark. I didn't really see his face, but I knew who it was just by what I saw. Because it was a hand as pure as day. And that cloak was right there, the ones that he always wore.
Yeah.
And it's like, you kind of felt that peace with it. That's how I felt. Otherwise, no, I didn't see his face. And that's the truth.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And the fact that he brought your mother and your father to comfort you, to let you know you're okay. Reminds me of a story too of how Paul McCartney, you know, of the Beatles, right? He had a time where he was concerned about the direction of his life and the corruption of his soul, and he went to bed with that concern in his mind. And you know, in the night, his mother, who had passed on 10 years prior, came to him in his dream and said, Paul, you're gonna be okay.
Right.
It's gonna be all right. Let it be. Let it be. And then he woke up and wrote the song Let It Be, you know? So we never, I think with Jesus, we never lose a loved one. They're just in the other realm, right? They're like the Jedi who have passed on into the Force. That's great.